Your ATM is safe, your banks are safe, there's enough cash in the financial system, and there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve,
an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.
Yes, the Federal Reserve is going to make you rich, and we're going to find out what we could expect from the markets because, guys, Jim Cramer came out and says Deutsche Bank is fine and very wealthy, and Bitcoin Magazine wrote brace for impact. So we're going to find out what is the signal that Jim Cramer is giving us. Are we going to see a major collapse from the banks? Because yes, guys, we've got some bearish news for the banks and some bullish news for Bitcoin, and we're going to look at the price targets that we could reach by the end of the year. But guys, we're also going to look at the immediate short term because yes, guys, I opened this trade exactly in these areas and I expect a price target of $30,000. So guys, we're going to look at this trade. If you want to trade all of these moves, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group where you can get all of these signals and also market updates. I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel because yes, I've reached 1,000 subscribers and without your help I couldn't have reached it. So guys, I appreciate each one of you, and guys, we're going to go over to the charts and look at the news. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes guys, before we're going to go over to the charts, we're going to look at the news, and yes, Jim Cramer said Deutsche Bank is fine and very wealthy, so we're going to find out what he had to say.
Well, the real problem with Credit Suisse, which is the analog, is they never made any money. Deutsche Bank is actually very profitable. So let's start there. Why bail out a bank that is just a chronic loser versus a bank that's doing well?
And yes guys, he just says that the Deutsche Bank is safe because yes, they're going to get bailed out. But guys, it is very important to listen what Jim Cramer has to say because yes, let's go back in time, and yes, on the 10th of March 2023, he said that the First Republic Bank is new focus, very good bank. So guys, what could we see happened afterwards? Yes, we saw the total collapse of the First Republic Bank. So then exactly at the bottom, he said the FRC torture will continue and its regular schedule at 9 p.m. So guys, we could see that afterwards we saw this pump towards the upside. So yes, is the Deutsche Bank going to be the next bank that is going to collapse? Guys, maybe we have to see, but at the moment it doesn't look good for the banks because yes, 12 billion asset manager says investors flocking to Bitcoin and crypto amid global banking fallout. So guys, we're going to find out what we could expect. Bitcoin surged in price following the recent collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, with the banking crisis acting as a springboard event for the world's largest cryptocurrency, as global investors seek a safe haven and alternative currency. In essence, the SVB rescue package is a new form of quantitative easing. And yes guys, the money printers are back on, and we're seeing that the Federal Reserve is printing a lot of money to rescue all of these banks. This increased the dollar supply in circulation, which can lead to a fall in the value of greenback compared to other currencies in the increased supply of diminishing purchasing power. And yes guys, we are seeing that all of these banks around the world are starting to collapse, and the ECB and also the Federal Reserve is printing a lot of money to back all of these banks. But guys, let's go over to the next news article, and here we can see nearly 100 billion in deposits pulled from banks officially called systems sound and resilient. And yes guys, this should be the worrying part if all of these governments and central banks, Federal Reserve saying everything is safe. Because yes, if they say everything is safe, guys, you should actually run and take all of your money off from the banks and put it into Bitcoin. Yes, maybe we're going to see a small fluctuation in Bitcoin and maybe some sideways movement, but guys, Bitcoin is the safe haven, and if you want to buy cryptocurrencies, guys, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up with my BITGET link where you receive a massive deposit bonus of $5,000. And yes, by Wednesday, I'm going to double one BITGET account, and guys, we're going to find out what we could expect because yes, if we go down in this news article, we can see that yes, Powell noted the deposit flows have stabilized over the past weeks following what he called powerful actions from the Fed to backstop the system. And yes guys, like in the beginning of the video, the Fed's money supply is endless. So guys, we're going to find out that we're going to see a massive collapse from the bank and that the money printing is going to speed up, and this will push the price of Bitcoin higher. And how high? We're going to go to the next article because yes, Bitcoin set to retest all-time high amid banking crisis, says Tether CTO. So guys, yes, he's saying that Bitcoin will see 151% pump towards the upside. And if we go over to our long-term perspective and my price target for the end of the year, that we're going to reach the levels of 46,000 all the way up to the levels of 50,000 US dollars. And he says that we're going to see this pump all the way up because of this major banking crisis. And yes guys, this could be a possibility that we're going to see that Bitcoin will come all the way up to our previous all-time high, round about the levels of 69,000 US dollars. But guys, we could expect in the long term that we're going to see that Bitcoin will see this pump towards the upside, maybe even to my price target, round about the 48,000 US dollar level. So we could expect this consolidation and a small pullback before we're going to see that before the next halving, Bitcoin is going to go in this parabolic cycle and break the 100,000 US dollar level. Because guys, yes, it is sure Bitcoin is going to see this parabolic run before the halvening, but guys, we could expect that Bitcoin will come all the way up into this range and maybe just a small dump towards the downside before we're going to start the next run. And that is why buying Bitcoin in these eras is going to be a very good investment, guys, because yes, we're going to see that Bitcoin will pump 150 to 200% in the next 2 years. So guys, investing into Bitcoin is the best asset you can hold, because yes, at the moment we are seeing that a lot of banks are collapsing, and guys, Bitcoin really will be the safe haven. But guys, let's go back on the daily chart, and yes guys, in the technical analysis we can see that Bitcoin is pretty much going sideways, but we can see that yes, on the daily chart we are perfectly holding this upward sloping trend and also the 13 EMA round about the levels of 27,100 US dollars. So at the moment it looks very bullish for Bitcoin. Why? Because yes, we are still forming higher lows for Bitcoin, and that is quite bullish. But guys, let's go over on the 4-hour chart to really find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. And yes, on the 4-hour chart, guys, I've opened a trade round about the levels of 27,940 US dollars. And guys, yes, I expect a price target of 30,000 US dollars. Because yes, at the moment we can see that we are in the symmetrical triangle, and the symmetrical triangle is a neutral pattern. But if we're going to look at the price target that we could reach, if we're going to take it from the swing high all the way down to this bottom trend line, and then we're going to drag it over to the potential breakout point, and then we can see yes, we have a price target of 29,800 US dollars roundabout. But guys, I think if we're going to see this breakout over this previous high, we could expect that yes, we're going to see a major swing all the way to the levels of 30,000 US dollars. So guys, this is my trade at the moment, and if you want to trade all of my moves, guys, make sure to be in my free Telegram group. But guys, we have our stop loss way down here, round about the levels of 27,400 US dollars. Because yes, if we go down on the 1-hour chart, then we can see yes, at the moment we are holding this 200 moving average, and underneath we have this 100 moving average which acts as support. So at the moment I see a high possibility that we're going to see a small dump maybe into these regions, and that we're going to bounce off from these levels, and that we're going to finally break out from these levels. And guys, please make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.